Hey guys, it's Brittany. Happy Friday. So I didn't post a Friday Reads video last week because I was having some technical issues with my computer and the editing software that I use, and those issues haven't been resolved yet, but we will do the best that we can with what we have. So to start off with, I'm going to show you all the books that I've read over the last 2 weeks since my last Friday Reads video. So the first book that I finished was Raise High the Roof Beam Carpenters and Seymour an Introduction by J.D. Salinger, and now I've officially finished all of J.D. Salinger's published works. It's been a really interesting experience reading an author from the beginning of their bibliography all the way through the end. I've never done that before. It was especially interesting with J.D. Salinger because most of his stories interconnect, so it was very interesting being able to put together the pieces throughout all of the books. Raise High the Roof Beam Carpenters is my favorite short story by J.D. Salinger, and Seymour an Introduction is probably my least favorite. Overall, I really enjoyed this book, and like I said, I enjoyed the experience. And the next book that I read was The Cat Inside by William S. Burroughs. This is a collection of anecdotes about the various cats that the author has encountered throughout his lifetime. It was good. It wasn't anything to write home about. I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more if I was more familiar with William S. Burroughs' other works. I get the impression that this isn't the best place to start. From what I understand, this book is very far removed from his total body of work. It's very different from everything else that he's written. So it was good. I mostly enjoyed it though because I really like cats. I'm not sure if I would recommend it unless you are a fan of William S. Burroughs' other books. Something that I would recommend though, and very highly at that, is the next book that I read, and that was Flappers and Philosophers by F. Scott Fitzgerald. This is a collection of short stories, and it's the second book that F. Scott Fitzgerald ever published. If you like Fitzgerald, or you like short stories, or you like the 1920s, then I'm pretty sure that you're going to enjoy this. These short stories were just, overall, they were wonderful, and they were so, it just felt like you were in the 1920s whenever you're reading it. Probably my favorite story from this collection is Bernice Bobs Her Hair, but they were all really good. I really enjoyed this one. The next book that I read was Never Let Me Go by Kaz Ishiguro. I knew absolutely nothing about this book going into it, and it blew me away. I know it's a little preemptive to say this because it's only January, but I have a feeling that this is going to be one of my favorite books in 2015. It was just so mysterious and nostalgic, and it's really just everything that I love about literature. I definitely recommend that you don't read the back of the book and you don't look up any reviews if you can help it, because it definitely packs a punch if you don't know what's coming. Very highly recommend this. And next I picked up one of Fitzgerald's novellas, and that is The Diamond as Big as the Ritz. It was good. I liked it. It was a nice little short read that I read in one sitting. It's Fitzgerald, what more can I say? And the last book that I finished this week was Animal Farm by George Orwell. I had actually already read this book. I read it about 10 years ago in high school, and even though I still remembered the story as a whole, there were a bunch of little details that I had forgotten, so I decided to reread it because I got this edition for Christmas. I liked it. I think I liked it a lot more when I was in high school because I had never really read anything like it before, but it was still a really good story, and if you haven't read it, then I definitely recommend that you do. And now for the books that I'm currently reading. The first book that I'm currently reading is The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. This is a new release. It just came out a couple of weeks ago, and it's being touted as for fans of Gone Girl. It's a psychological thriller with an unreliable female protagonist. I'm about 70 pages into it, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot more fast-paced than Gone Girl was, and yeah, it's pretty good. The next book that I'm currently reading is Cannery Row by John Steinbeck. If you saw my 2015 reading goals, you'll know that one of my goals is to read 5 books by John Steinbeck, and this will be my first one this year. It's really short. I'm only like 14 pages in, but it's good. It's a John Steinbeck book, so I know I'm gonna love it. And the third book that I'm currently reading, I actually don't have with me. I accidentally left it at work, but that is the J.D. Salinger biography. I read 80 more pages, and it's still going good. It's one of those books that is best taken in little bits at a time just because it's so dense, but I'm very much enjoying learning more about J.D. Salinger and seeing how his life has influenced his work. And now, onto the books that I plan to read over the weekend and throughout the upcoming week. The first book that I plan to read is actually a graphic novel, and it is The Gigantic Beard That Was Evil by Stephen Collins. I first saw this book over on Susie's channel at Read Susie Reads, and I can't remember if she liked it or not, but the title and the cover and the art was enough to suck me in. The art reminds me a lot of Tim Burton's work. It's kind of dark and sketchy. I don't know, it looks really good and I can't wait to read it. And the next book that I plan to pick up is The Book of Blues by Jack Kerouac. This is his collection of poetry. Haven't read anything by Jack Kerouac. Way back when I attempted to read On the Road, and I think I was just too young at that point to be able to appreciate it. So very excited to get into this one. And the next book that I will be picking up is also a book that I attempted to read years ago but was not able to finish, and that is Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov. I feel like this is a book that most people have heard of and know what it's about, and I hear amazing things about it. So this is one that I'm definitely excited to dive into, and hopefully I will enjoy it enough to be able to finish it this time around. And the next book that I will be picking up is The Heart is a Lonely Hunter by Carson McCullers. I don't know what this book is about, but it was recommended to me by a friend who said that if I enjoyed Tennessee Williams and John Steinbeck, that I might like Carson McCullers. So that is definitely enough of a recommendation for me. So very excited to check this one out. And the final book that I plan to pick up this week is Interpreter of Maladies by Jahumpa Lahiri. This is a collection of short stories, and I've never read anything else by her, but I did see an interview that she did with the New Yorker, and she just seems like such a beautiful lady, so very creative and kind. So I'm very excited to read something by her, and I hear very good things about this book from some people on BookTube. So yes, this will definitely be something that I'm excited to read this week. Alright guys, that's everything that I have read this week, what I'm currently reading, and what I will be reading in the upcoming week. Thank you so much for watching, and please let me know in the comments below what you'll be reading over the weekend. I love hearing from you guys, and I hope you have a very good day. Bye!